We're live. Oh, at this point, I'm done trying to keep an eye on you. If you get the hot knee, you get the hot knee. It's true. The best rice bread or whatever the fuck. At least you didn't have diarrhea all night. You're like, let's not get crazy. Those two are not mutually exclusive. Yeah, yeah, I have one. Yeah, man. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's fun. It adds to the experience. Oh, they can't hear you for some reason. That's funny. Let me see why. Mm-hmm. Something's wrong with. Oh, I updated OBS the other day. That's what happened.
Racist stuff I was saying.
All right, they should be able to hear you now.
Sorry, y'all. You missed all the racist things.
I bet that was
saying.
hilarious, and I was like, diarrhea. Yep, not mutually exclusive.
Nope. We were talking about poop. Y'all missed it. Oh, damn.
We instantly
imagine if Reddit actually had something to talk. Actually had something real to say about me. What would they do?
So you had
would they implode?
So you had a tough Reddit week.
I don't know. Did I? Oh yeah, some YouTuber said some like. I guess the whole thing now is everybody's becoming the thing that they accused me of being all these years. All these young bloods, these 5-6-year-old YouTubers.
All the hate we got early in our fucking career, like all the things that we were doing that they didn't like, they're all just doing
because it's so tough right now.
And we've never done that stuff because, as we've mentioned before, like the David Logan podcast that like I showed you guys like 10 years ago, and I was like, this is what we have to like remember, the tribal theory strategies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the whole idea of like how we're all locked into like this tribal mentality where if my crew is doing a podcast and this guy's crew is doing a podcast, but they're getting more views than me, then
doesn't matter.
Very commonly my crew is going to look at that crew and be like, fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. They're doing something shady. You know what? They're not even that good. They got all these people fucking fooled. They're fucking cheating at this shit somehow. And we're going to cut their view button. They're doing this. They're doing that. You know what I mean? That is the mentality that 99.9% of crews fall into, according to David Logan's podcast on this theory that they studied. And I'm like, yep, we were doing that. And I was like, I've always done that. I've never not done that. My crew is my crew. Fuck all of the crews. You know what I'm saying? And when I watched that, I was like, then like, you know, it opened my mind to like what he was saying about elevating the concepts and the theories. And then I started thinking about like therapy. And you've heard me say this in the podcast before. Like, and I'm not the only person who says this. Shout out to Miracle Matthew, Imperious Seth, and Kara Quinn. I'm not the only person who says this, but you can't control your feelings.
No, you're not in control how you react to things.
That's it. That's all you have. Yeah, I can't control if my first gut feeling is anger. And that's impossible. You don't have that ability. You have all you can do, stoicism and stuff, right? Like I can control my reaction. And so if you feel jealous because somebody else is doing a podcast and they got more views than you and they're more popular than you, that's a very normal feeling, bro. You can't control jealousy. Oh man, I feel jealous. That sucks. What you can control is your reaction to the jealousy. Do you go down the path of envy or ambition? Your choice. We, according to David Logan, 99% of us choose envy. And
So
that's the summary of the last 15 years of our job.
yeah, I mean, uh, I recently have adopted an interesting outlook. But I don't know about recently, past couple of years, because I kind of saw the writing on the wall with all this, like, advertising downturn and folks, only surviving by collaborating with each other. And I recently, somebody came up in my recommendeds on Facebook, and I friended them, and I was like, oh, they're a content creator. I've seen them around. I'll friend them. I know them because I generally don't friend people that I don't know in real life. And I friended them, and immediately they came at me all wrong. They were just like, you blocked me on Twitter. And I was like, I don't know what, if I blocked you on Twitter, then you said some fucked up shit. And they're like, it's over the Juan Hidalgo thing. And I literally was like, why are you bringing up old shit? Like, that was a debacle. And then they're like, well, I'm not going to allow you access to access to my profile. And I was like, wait a minute. You're mad that I blocked you. Me. Might have been my team, might have been me, I don't know. But now I added you on Facebook, and you're like, I don't want to be friends with you. And I was like, is it just me, or does this seem this, now that I'm putting it in this context, does this seem weird to you? Oh, I don't care. Bye. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, bro, the DMs I've had over the years, it's crazy.
And I try not to give a lot of attention and things to this. But anyways, so basically I look at it like this. Am I malnourished? Like, if I see all this over here and all this over here, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I not eat today? Did I not pay my bills this month? Am I malnourished? I don't care what
You
these
look
people are doing.
malnourished, but that's besides the point.
Well, that's pretty normal. I've got you could say it's the Doctor Now mentality. You don't look malnourished. Like, so, that's how I take it, because there's a lot of folks. Here, I'll put it to you this way. On Friday, I was out of town, still out of town. I got we made a video about the new Ultramarine heads, which they're not Games Workshop's normal quality. I think we can all agree on that. Whether they're ladies, whether they're Asians, I don't know. Everybody has an opinion on it, sure. So I went to embed our video on our article, and I noticed that the video I had on there from another YouTube creator that also had a questionable response to these heads had become disabled. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Why is that disabled? I was like, how does that even happen? Did they take their video down? That seems really weird. And I went and I looked at their YouTube, and I was like, no, their video is still up here. How did that happen? And I looked it up. I was like, how do you disable embedding videos on other people on for YouTube? And what I realized was that this person, this content creator, was so upset that I had embedded their public video on YouTube, on our article.
Which, by the way, to anybody who doesn't speak internet, is literally him taking that guy's video and creating a link back to that guy's video on a website that has more views than that guy's video, which sends traffic back to that guy's video, therefore paying that guy Money.
Let me just put it to you this way. This video got 24,000 views at that time on Friday. This article got way more than 24,000 individual people looking at it at that point. So like this article, way more, way more.
Hustling
video?
against yourself.
And here's
Bro, let's just
even the
make this
big-
a segment. Let's make this a segment. Let's move on. Let's so we have
Okay. Well, no, hold on. Let me finish real quick.
all right, finish your thought.
So what I was trying to say was, in order for you to disable the ability for people to embed videos on externally, you have to turn that off. You cannot turn that off to websites on YouTube. This person literally blew up every video they had ever made that was embedded on any external website off of YouTube since they started.
Every link broken forever.
Because they were that upset. Now, to be fair, they did send an email to us. I did see, but we had already my team had already checked our emails for that day. So I didn't see it until Monday. And I was like, hey, it's all good. I noticed you did this. It was off regardless. But here's my personal email. If you ever need to contact me personally and immediately, here's my email. Hit me up. No big deal. So I reached out to him. It's all good. But I was just like, dog, you just blew up. You don't even know what you did.
As the legendary Blade once said, some people just like ice skating uphill.
Want to skate uphill. And that's where we're at in this society.
Hustling against yourself. Cut the nose off to spite the face. Yeah, famous colloquialisms. Tonight we're going to talk about 11th edition 40K release predictions.
Oh man. I did a deep dive.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you did.
I really did.
This graphic you provided is pretty legit.
Yes.
This is your predicted roadmap.
It is.
That's a good roadmap.
I went, oh, you know what? I need to look up one little thing.
It's good. Solid. Imperious Seth, Shady Shadow. What's up, guys? Dark Horse, my man John Patrick, of course. Carrie Quinn was commenting on your fresca. Can't remember the last time I seen one of those.
So good. So brisk. So much water.
Mm-hmm. So, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. If you're going to intend to print out paperwork and shit like that, I can engage the chat if you're ready.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah, okay.
So much has happened the past week. It's crazy.
So I got to see my Blood Angels. That was wild. And so one of my students,
I had no idea.
Stephen Musket, was like, wait, where is this? And I was like, oh, it's in Maryland, Bazooka Games. He was like, that's my local store, dude. I was like, is it like, it could be a different store, but like, is there like 1 million models owned by Anthony Birdsong? He's like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're there. He's like, what?
They were. I had no idea they were there. I mean, there's so many. You can't.
They're so glorious, though. Aren't they so sick, dude? Like, watching that little clip you sent me, I was like crying, dude. I was like, fuck, damn it. Like, that was such a emotional time in my life. You know, leaving California, coming here, I had to sell all that off. Anthony Birdsong, he drives a hard bargain, but he ultimately is incredibly fair with his price.
I think so.
And he really wanted them, and he kept, asking me, and then like I just was in this situation where I needed to pay off a shitload of credit card debt that I, for the record, did not incur myself, but it was in my name. So one of the saddest things is I had to let my Blood Angels go, which are near and dear to me. We won Adepticon with the Blood Angels. Blood Angels was a big 5th edition experience for me. The only Dreads army was my 40th birthday experience, the 13 Dreads, everything. I had to let it all go. And so it was sad. Like I felt bad. Like, it did not feel good, but I was grateful to have the money to get out of the fucking debt that I was in. So seeing them so proudly and well set up and well organized on their shelf, looking like fucking just awesome, like I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that makes me happy.
I mean, they're front and center. I had no idea there was there. I mean, there's probably 20 display cases just like that there.
Can't quite say it. Birdsong, I think, owns the largest privately owned collection of Warhammer 40K miniatures on planet Earth. I think it transcends, buys a lot of armies. Like
they're he has a room of just foam trays.
We knew a guy like that. Remember EJ?
Hmm.
And EJ's the ball was the ballerest of all ballers when it came to collections. Remember his shelf of armies and everything?
Oh yeah.
That was the ballerest shit we'd ever seen in our fucking lives. It's like less than it's less than 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of Anthony Berzon's collection.
I don't know. I don't know if it's less than 1%. It's probably like I mean, it was a couple of display cases, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's at least a dozen, if not 20, of those of cases up there full of minis.
Like, but there's like, yeah, it's like there's like no negative space in those cases though.
No,
That's what I'm saying. We had to spread shit out in EJ's cases just to make it. You know what I mean?
they are they are something else. And then I thought about it, and I asked him. I was like, "Yo, these tariffs, impacting you?" Because I had to get some replacement 3D parts from overseas, and they ended up charging me like $55 in tariffs. Straight DHL like text me. They're like, "We're not going to deliver your shit unless you pay this." And I was like, "Ugh, "What?"
Wait, I
Like,
thought tariffs were like for the other countries to pay so that our economy grows.
that's not what I've experienced.
That's not what they are.
That's not what I've experienced. And it turns out other countries just don't ship to the States now,
Yeah.
or
Or won't deliver
make
unless you, the customer, pay.
yeah, or make you pay. And I'm just like, well, I guess I'm not ordering from overseas anymore, which kind of stinks because I got some stuff to talk about, and I'm just like, what do I say? Because like, do you buy from overseas right now? Like,
No, I mean
that's
that's the whole thing. It's like
tough.
strong army of the American people. It's not. It's I've been experiencing it too. It's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, I can only imagine what uh what the costs are on stuff like that for Anthony Berzon.
All right, Kara Quinn. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, Gravity's theories is DHL ain't joking. That's right, man. But exactly, Kara Quinn. It's not possible. Like I try to support. I think like every American tries to support American companies when possible. You know, like, and that's the thing is like nobody doesn't think that way. But I guess I like understand in a roundabout way. Like the strategy is like forcing us to fire up the industry again, and it's like, but you can't.
It's a tough proposition. I hope it works out for everybody, but I'm just not so sure right now.
You know, just fucking lay it low, dude. Man, I'm just trying to get through it. It's fucking wild, dude. Y'all was on the discussing the resilient podcast last week, and everyone said it was a nice interview.
Oh, dope. Mm,
John Patrick says, I live in Detroit, and some friends and I priced out getting a PO box in Canada. Ah, what's the math on that, dude? That's preposterous, dude. I'm getting married next week, Rob.
in your living room?
Mm-hmm. Let's
I
talk to
knew
me.
it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
In the old living room.
I was told I was supposed to ask you that, and I was like, he's just gonna do it at his house. I already knew.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were gonna do the courthouse. Just we went. We got a marriage license, and everything. We were gonna just do courthouse, but then my aunt came to us crying, like, "You should ask your mom to be a witness because she never got to see any of her kids get married." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." That's my mom. She's like, "Yeah, I loved it." And then Eileen was like, "Well, I guess I gotta ask my mom because I can't get out that I didn't ask her."
Uh,
And we
yep.
were like, "There's no way she's coming though, because she just got in dialysis. She's getting trained from home dialysis. There's no fucking way she's 5 hours away." She's like, "I will be there no matter what. I'll
Oh,
carry my dialysis shit with me. Fucking do it myself in the hotel room." We're like, "Oh my god, that's
I mean, I think they have the local places
we
you
did.
can
We looked into
go.
everything, and
Yeah.
so it came down to the best strategy was put her up here. Her grandsons are both trained in the home method, and So once the second we had to invite her, of course, the grandchildren have to come because they're trained into home dialysis, and then of course
Uh-huh.
their mom has to come, her sister, of course,
Well,
and
yeah.
then my brother has to come, of course. Then we
Uh-huh.
start thinking of like other people kind of satellite around that if we don't at least extend the invite, we look like shit, right? And then that's how it spirals out of control. And we're like, okay, I don't know about you, Rob, but here's my normal operating procedure. I fucking hate weddings. I do everything I can to get out of them. You know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
too, but probably not for the same
I
reasons.
hate going to them, and I do everything I can to get out of them. And I just assumed everyone had that thought. Nope, everyone's coming. No one fucking canceled. Everyone RSVP'd. 25 people in my living room.
Tight.
Yeah. They think
I
it's gonna
don't.
be some wedding. I'm like, bro, it's not even. Dude, it's gonna be like we're just chilling, and then I'm like, everyone gather around. My fucking notary public's here. We're doing this, bitch. You know what I mean?
All right,
like,
let's drink.
like, bro.
That's wild. Yeah, I don't like doing it because I generally can't eat. And then it's like a whole thing to get food for me there. So
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm just gonna give you money and that's all you want anyway, so you won't even miss me. It's fine. But sometimes people are like, no, we got the menu for it. And I was like, all right, I'll come then.
Oh,
But
in
I don't
that
want to be
case,
I don't want to impose.
we're ordering from Thrifty, my favorite local Hispanic bodega. That has
Get that
the
rotisserie chicken.
yeah. I got tons of gluten free options, bro. Rice, beans, pork. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's any gluten on my menu.
Oh dang.
Turns out, the island people,
Hmm.
straight up just eat
Yes.
carbs and shit, but not wheat.
Yeah, it turns out they didn't have the cows.
Delicious.
Huh. I hear Bad Bunny's gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Bro, I'm stoked. Bro, I got racist. I got racisted. Racismed.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. He was dude. I didn't realize it was a whole thing. I didn't realize there was a controversy.
Oh yeah, because he's not American, right?
Right?
Because
Hilariously.
he's not from because Puerto Rico is not
Yeah, my
America,
favorite shit I've ever fucking heard. But
I
I'm
guess.
chilling. I'm chilling at one of our favorite local places. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's called Gator Dockside. Drinking,
Uh-huh.
you're having drinks, happy hour, eating food with my lady, and this guy and his wife and his kids and his like it quite clearly like his parents were there. And this guy's like my age with a full beard, with like 3 kids running around. They're straight white trash, straight garbage trailer park looking motherfuckers. But like you can see that their 2 parents were there paying for their dinner, and
Hmm.
they're like nice looking people. This guy was pointing at us.
Hmm.
I'm wearing my dope souvenir cap I got from Puerto Rico of the national baseball team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my lady still has her nails done from the concert when we went to see Bad Bunny. She's got Puerto Rican flags on her pinkies. Full ass
Mm.
crazy nails. We're sitting there. She's like, "Yo, this guy's pointing at us," and I was like, about to like just. She was like, "Don't look. Don't just fucking just. You're gonna start a fight." And I was like, "Okay." It's like, tell me when I can look. She's like, "Okay, now." And I look and I see this guy just fucking just stains on his t-shirt, fucking sitting there with his just like so fucking lame looking. And sure enough, yeah, he looks right at me
Hmm.
immediately, you know? And I'm like looking at him, I'm like, yeah. And he just kind of like looks away. And then he points at us, and then his dad, he's trying to get his dad, who's like clearly like 75, 80 years old, to look at us. Like he's like pointing. And his dad doesn't even flinch. He doesn't look, nothing. He just smacks his kid's hand down. This guy's like 40. He just like, that's rude. And he just keeps eating his food, doesn't even look. Never
Damn.
looks like, I was like, damn, you just got fucking dadded at the table when you're 40 with
40,
your
40.
kids getting taken out to dinner because you're a fucking hobo.
That's
And
rough.
but I had no idea why he was pointing over here,
What was it?
you know? And I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. And she's like, yo, sometimes she's like, sometimes people look at you because you're so dumb looking sometimes. She's like, a lot of times you have your orange hat on and your orange flip flops on and your ridiculous beard. But she's like, no. She's like, he's looking at us because he can see the Puerto Rican flag on the side of your hat and my Puerto Rican nails.
Huh.
And this is like 2 weeks ago. And he's like, and the number one thing on fucking Instagram
Yeah.
scrolling is Bad Bunny and how people feel about Bad Bunny. And I was like, did I just get profiled?
Maybe.
She was like, yeah, that's what happened just now. I was like,
I,
fucking
I'm sure if
ridiculous.
it,
I was like, what?
dude, and
Or,
everybody, I think people are secretly upset that it wasn't Taylor Swift. And
well, it's crazy because a bunch of people who don't even know who this guy is, right?
never
Just
heard of him before until now.
just Googled who this guy was, and
Right.
then saw what his new album is all about. And it's an extremely politically charged album, right?
Well,
About
well, he has opinions for
it's
sure.
with the new album, the whole residency in Puerto Rico, everything is extremely politically charged about Puerto Rico and like what they've gone through and what they're seeking to maintain. And it's all cultural. He even had like it's crazy. Like during the show, when I went to the concert, they have like the equivalency of like the London Symphony Orchestra at his show
Hmm.
at his residency, but like of Puerto Rico with all authentic fucking instruments. And like their jazz roots, their bongo drums, their Congo drums, like all the roots. And it's like so legit. It's Vegas level. It is so crazy. So it's like you listen if you do any kind of Googling, you'll kind of learn that he has an opinion politically. And if that opinion is in opposition to yours, you are programmed by the algorithm to now hate him.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I saw all these reels, like people are like, "Oh, we just like I want an American." I saw this one right with that one lady who I can't remember her name. She was like, "Well, how do you feel about Bad Bunny?" And she's like, "Oh, he's a solid performer, great American artist." She's like, "He's not American." And the guy
Uh,
and the lady's like, "Yeah, he's from Puerto Rico. He's straight up American." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "What is going on with people, bro? How bad is education these days?"
I don't know if it's education or it's just it's just what they're seeing in their feeds, and they don't. It's that echo chamber or masturbation cocoon, like you said.
Yeah, Kara Quinn's like, "I'm old as shit and I like Bad Bunny." He's like, "I just
Yeah. I
like music."
mean, I don't like all the songs, but I don't like all Pitbull stuff either. And whatever. It's just that's just that's just my style of music. But um,
John
I
Patrick
don't think
says the same
it's
thing. His wife, he says his wife is Mexican. It's crazy experiencing racism for the first time. Yeah, I mean, my lady
yeah.
looks she looks Puerto Rican, like she does. So, but we live in a place that's predominant. That's like 50-50. It's like pretty well like integrated out here. It's just
Hmm.
this was obviously like the hot take on the internet, and it's just so crazy to watch this like just straight trash person who was like, and I wouldn't even judge this guy. I wouldn't even notice this guy until I found out he was pointing at us like that and like being like that. And then like I'm like, now I shall pass judgment upon thine ass. Yep. Fucking dumpster. You're a garbage man. Look at your fucking ass. Look, you should be embarrassed. Look at you. Your dad just smacked your hand down at the dinner table, man, because you were pointing. That's rude. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here.
I think it just all goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier about folks creating content. It's just getting tough out there, and they're just going to the easiest thing to make, and it's actual like high quality content isn't what is trending and what is being shown to people. It's I mean, well, that's not true. I mean, well produced stuff is always well received and stuff, but the folks that they're just having a hard time kind of pivoting, and they might have put all their eggs in one basket when it comes to like YouTube, for instance. And if you're not on that algorithm, if you're not putting out content every day, you're not gonna have
No,
that
you're right.
same
It's
level of
absolutely. I mean, you're right. That's how the internet works. And it's like I have
yep.
to. I have to like have a little bit. I have to like get inside that mind of my enemy in this scenario. You know what I mean? I have to be like, okay, how did this happen to this guy? Probably, you know, wasn't raised the same way I was raised. Didn't have the same opportunities I had.
Well, that's what we
He
said back in the day.
Yeah, he fell into a rhythm. He was then programmed by the internet for 20 years. And as they've proven, through psychology has proven that you can't deprogram a cultist. A cultist has to take accountability and deprogram themselves. So whether you're in the
Mm-hmm.
cult of internet hate, internet rage, the cult of hating Rob Bear, whatever you pick it,
Welcome.
pick the program that you're being programmed toward. So at the end of the day, I'm like, like probably like not even half of this guy's issues are even something he consciously, put in forth for himself, put in play for himself. So like I gotta
It's
like
true.
always remember that, like, you know, not everyone had the same experience I had. So so at the end of the day, I didn't kick his ass. I
Well, that was nice of you.
didn't even start a conflict with him. I just tipped my cap to his dad as his dad walked the family out when they were done with their check.
He probably paid too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Ah, well. Anyways, you want to talk
So
some Warhammer? Do I need to do an intro?
yeah, get it going.
All right.
Extended after hours for last week. Go.
Well, we can just talk for like 30 minutes. I mean, just there wasn't a lot of news. It turns out Games Workshop doesn't have a lot to say, and when they have things to say, it's questionable. This is the Long War. I'm Rob Bear, and joining me once again, it was my partner in crime, Kenny Boucher. What's up, dog?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
So, where's Haspel?
Bro, they're killing him at work, bro. 60, 70
Oh, it's
hours
a
a
work
week.
thing.
Yeah, man. This is a work
Oh,
thing. Like,
I
yeah,
should reach
they're
out to
murdering
him.
his ass. He can't. His like first vacation is gonna be like bourbon and bolters.
Mm,
It's like they're tearing his ass up. But
mm.
yeah. So speaking of which, bourbon and bolters were looking good. I was just on the Disgustingly Resilient podcast. They're an extremely popular podcast. Check them out on YouTube. Uh, Also, big news is last Friday was my 15-year anniversary. Is Next Level Painting.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. And what are you like going into 16 or 17?
Time has no meaning anymore, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
like it's just like, yeah, it was a wild week, man. I felt lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. Like, damn, man, I've been able to do
Yes,
this for this long, and I'm getting
and
married. I'm getting married this month. Getting married next week. So like, I'm 42. Finally getting my shit together. You wouldn't know
I
nothing
mean,
about that, about being 42.
no, I don't know what that's like. Um, no, I mean, congrats, dude. I mean, this I have not met your significant other yet, but I've heard good things from pretty much everybody, which is good.
She's in this room a lot. Not right now,
I've heard.
but she sees the podcast a lot. She knows you guys.
Oh man,
But yeah, it's just been a wild ride, man. 2025. It's October right now. Got giveaways on Twitch like every day. Fucking, we're giving away some sick ass battle ready boxes
I
with
saw
Wanted
this.
Clan logos on them. Like, it's just business as usual, but like a lot of emotion. Thinking about like the old days, going back in time. Like thinking about like where it all started and how we got to here.
Oh, bro, I I edited a post on the site from 2015 the other day, and at the bottom was an embedded link podcast to Long War number 16, and I was like, oh my goodness,
Bro,
are we almost to 500?
we're
I don't even
close.
know.
We're close. That is fucking a wild ride. It's been an
It
incredible
really
journey.
has.
I mean, thinking about like the old Midlothian days, the old
Yeah,
Fayetteville days, like to now is wild, bro. I love it. I love what I do. Uh, t-
same.
Tonight, what we're going to talk about is 11th edition 40K release schedule predictions. Rob already curated a graphic with his roadmap. So let's get this relatively slow news week off to a start. What you got for me, Rob?
I mean, honestly, every week's a slow news week these days. I mean, Games Workshop's really slowing it down, canceling previews. I mean, last year at Warhammer Day we got, which was technically last Saturday-ish a year ago. Um, they previewed all the stuff that was going to be coming out in January, basically all the battle forces and things. And this year they just put stuff out on Mondays, and I don't know what's going on with Games Workshop, to be honest with you. I think they've let a lot of people go, but that's whatever. They're obviously it's working for them, so at that point it's good for everybody else, unless there's allocations and stores can't sustain themselves, which is always a problem. And we talked about that ad nauseum at this point. So the one thing I did want to touch on was the the preview for the Ultramarine heads, or Ultramarine upgrade kit. And I think no matter what you think of these these designs of these heads, they're not Games Workshop's normal like quality high-end product. Whether you think these are Asian heads or female heads, I mean, I took one look at them and I was just like, oh my. You could say whatever you want about them, but they are not Games Workshop's normal product. And the fact that they photoshopped, they didn't even bother to paint a miniature with these heads on it. They literally photoshopped it and tried to pass it off as, hey, we did this and this is the model. And it was just like, it was so bad. And it's just like, if this is what passes, if this goes by multiple people at Games Workshop, and this is the standard now, it's just cringy, like at this point. And I'm just like, well, I just hope there's enough product for people to actually purchase, because people are very excited about these battle forces. There's pretty good value in all of them, 120 to 150 bucks. Only a couple are kind of buster. Like I think the Tyranids one has that sprue with the Screamer Killer and the Neurothrope in it, and they say it's $84, but if you bought Leviathan, you already got it. Like you don't need the Tyranid Battle Force. But if you're just getting into Warhammer, this might be a buy. The rest of them are pretty good on the 40K side because you compare them with like combat patrols and really build out your forces. On the Sigmar side, the Skaven one's a little sus because it's got Storm Vermin in it, and if you don't have the Storm Vermin, then, or if you already have the Storm Vermin and you already have a Skaven Tide, then it's probably a pass. The Sylvaneth one's a little sus because it basically is an expanded Spearhead box. I don't know what's going on there, but it's, unless you're brand new and you're like, I gotta get Sylvaneth, and the models are dope, don't get me wrong. I understand because I have a Sylvaneth army. Not that I'm ever going to play it again. It's actually up for sale right now. Um, not really a good buy unless you're getting into it. So, but overall, I mean, that's like what, 3 out of 11 battle forces. So, a good 75% are all around good for pretty much anybody. The thing that we got to get through is probably going on pre-order or being announced for pre-order this weekend is probably going to be all the Ultramarine stuff. If I had to guess, don't know for sure because we just had Sigmar last week. And remember, that stuff will be street date November 1st. So we're already 2 weeks into November on whatever goes up or whatever is announced for pre-order on Sunday. And from there, it's only a couple of weeks till Black Friday with the battle forces. So they got to shoehorn the Ultramarine stuff in here at some point, or else it's going to get kicked to like 2026. Because, after Black Friday, it's pretty much all restock. People just trying to expand out and buy gifts and things like that. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Blood Bowl's out there too. We have both roadmaps for Sigmar and 40K over on the website, so you can look those up, of course. And then we'll talk about the deep dive for what I think is going to happen. I did it really big deep dive all the way back to 8th edition. We're going to talk about that, about the Codex lineup uh, here shortly. So, Herman Tanner did send me this. I haven't messed with it yet, but they got these new speed palettes. And I like the little what is this stuff like? I forget what this material is called, but basically, you can just kind of pop the things out. We used to use back in the day, remember Pringles? The the potato chips, like the little top of Pringles would make a great palette too, because the same thing, like when the paint would dry, you could just pop it off because of the material. But now there's actual products out there that you can
Silicone.
buy. Yeah, silicone, that's it. Whatever. Um, it's basically magic at that point. But this is pretty cool, nice deep little wells. I mean, there's other companies out there that do stuff like this. But it's a cool little offering that you could probably find at your local game store if you're looking to pick up a stocking stuffer or something here, this holiday. Oh, and I do want to talk about this. I already recorded a video review on this. So here, you can already tell. I mean, my head and my hands are ridiculously oversized. If you've ever met me in real life, this is a book for ants. Like, it's so tiny. I don't understand. And here's the funny part: they actually put the sprue for what's his face, Titus, in the box. It doesn't make any sense. This was literally printed in China. Like, this is from China. They make minis in China, y'all. Like, I've been saying this for years, and I've been showing the receipts. Like, it's sealed in there. They didn't put this in the UK. Like, come on. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
take
didn't
these out of.
send the box to the UK.
No, well, they did send the box to the UK. They didn't send this directly to the States, because then there'd be like 40% tariff, and this $25 book would be $50. But if I paid $50 for this, I would be super pissed. At $25, maybe. Like, and I was really disappointed too, because this was their ultimate guidebook. They put out this last year at this time. Like, dude, it's so much better. Like, literally half this book is the stupid space to put the sprue. Like, what is this? Like, it's tiny. It's like an iPad. Like, I told everybody, I was like, this is a great value, and it is a great value. If you're not a veteran player and you don't have Uriel Adventures, which is $35, probably still on shelves from last December, $25 for that book, you get a book and a mini. That's great value.
For sure.
But for me, I'm just like, why did I buy this? So I guess to do a review and tell you all my opinion. So there we are.
I can see the new people getting into it.
But there's a lot of new people getting into it, bro. A lot. It's I think it's the only thing keeping them afloat.
I mean,
I
right now, but I
had a
mean, you say
meeting.
that in a way though that's like dismissive, when in reality, like all business is about getting new people.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's all about new client acquisition, current quarter profits. That's what they teach. That's what they teach you at Harvard. That's every MBA in the history of ever. I get it, but like, for I am personally offended. I'll just say that, being in the hobby as long as I have, and seeing how the company has progressed to the point that they almost went out of business 10 years ago, because Kirby was doing it so poorly, and that they had to concentrate on new client acquisition with the start collecting boxes and the contrast paints, etc., to survive. And now we get like this huge influx just because of licensing and because of some movie stars like, oh, I play 40K, which is great. I'm sure Cavill's a great guy. I don't know him in real life, obviously, and I never will. But it's cool that we're getting that influx of folks, and we're going to continue to get that influx of folks when Dawn of War 4 comes out and Space Marine 3 comes out, and we start getting the Amazon series. Y'all think it's crazy right now. We ain't seen nothing yet. And Games Workshop's just like laughing all the way to the bank. But meanwhile, they're they're firing editors. They're using AI to write their posts and not even checking it. It's For me, I'm offended, because like, that's not how I conduct myself, regardless of what Reddit says. And to see that now, and to understand that, it's tough. I have I have trouble with it every day. I do. And well, here we are.
that's true. So I sent KR Quinn he said something earlier when we were talking 40K Wrecking Crew. And I sent
Oh
him a link
man.
to sent him a link to myspace.com/40K Wrecking Crew. And it's all blinked out. You can't see anything anymore. But if you hover over the top 8, you can see some of the names in the old profiles. You can't see
Yeah.
any pictures, nothing. It's all like purged. But I see my name. I see Steve Turner, Green Blowfly.
Oof.
I see Shane McRoberts. I
Oof.
see right uh Tim Baptist,
Yeah, there we go.
Al Gleason.
Yep.
I see David
Wow.
Boucher, and here's David Boucher's MySpace URL: Ponage Master 5000. Good old fucking David. I
uh,
just wanted to throw that out there.
Odd wasn't on there.
Not in the top 8, but he's definitely on there on the members list.
Oh, the top 8. Yeah,
Remember
that
that?
man. Oh
One of
gosh,
them
that
is
would get.
blank, and I'm assuming that's Tom.
Oh yeah, Tom. Everybody was friends with Tom. Dude, top 8 would get people in fights. That was the old algorithm.
Yeah,
Holy
I
cow.
used to go to the bar and get so many URLs. A couple,
Oh yeah. Mm.
like yeah, that's right. Carrot Queen, Black Blowfly would thrive in this social media world.
What makes you think he's not?
Yeah,
It's not just not on in our social medias.
I see that dude on a local game store forum in Indiana that has 12 members, spitting spitting troll knowledge
There's
on people.
there's another dude that works for Games Workshop that seems to be everywhere on the internet all the time. I wonder when he actually does work for them.
Facts.
Mm.
So, how's your news? Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Mm, all right, let's insert some commercials right here to those driving to work. And we're back. So, the subject of the evening is the 40K release schedule. We got all sorts of cool questions to ask and everything, but I think the coolest thing we should jump into immediately is your
Mhm.
prediction graphic.
Oh, you like that?
Yes.
That's going back like to 2017.
So, Rob put out a graphic and he has confidence and notes listed in the graphic. So, he has
Let me go look at this graphic just to be sure.
he's got month, quarter. He's got cute. He's
Oh,
got
yeah, here we go.
yeah. You see that? So you got
Did I
launch.
send you the dark version?
Yeah, dark.
Oh, okay, let me get that one.
And so he's predicting, obviously, which is probably facts.
I, I
June.
think I put that up there for you to like put in the chat or show people if you wanted.
It
Oh yeah,
only
the colorized one. Okay, yep.
it only matters for this brief moment of time.
Okay.
But June, we got Space Marines. June 2026, Space Marines confidence high. Notes, poster boys, open the edition again.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Orcs also on the same line as confidence high. Strong rumor of Marines versus Orc in the launch box.
Yep. The big old redo of Battle from a Crag / Blackreach
Which I think is
/ second edition.
so that they always launch now with a versus, right?
Yep. Yep.
I feel like Orcs are due.
I do too, and I guess a recent rumor too is that they're gonna be similar to they're gonna be the art and everything's gonna be red Marines, so like Blood Angels to try to like get that nostalgia from the 90s from the second edition box, which I think I have right above me. It still has minis in it. Um the but it'll be like the Space Marine heroes where, they showed these Terminators, but they didn't have any, they were generic. They were just colored red, the plastic. Like you
Yeah.
could do them for whatever. So, I mean, I could see it. I really could. It makes sense.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. So, also on this list, you're moving into Q3 2026
Yep.
with Chaos Space Marines, Confidence Medium, Early Chaos Anchor to shape the meta, but you also have Eldari as high for Q3, Early Xeno Stabilizer. And this is all based on past information, right? Like you're looking at all the data.
Yeah. So I pulled, I basically, I mean, obviously I used, an LLM, and I took the schedules going all the way back to 2017, and I put it in there, and it kind of did the math on it all. And they don't want to put anything out too soon to each other, because remember, Votan came out at the end of last edition. Same with World Eaters, and then we kind of rolled into the boarding action like supplement kind of phase, and we hadn't seen Votan again until like just now. So like keep that in mind. Like Votan isn't going to be like early, 11th edition, because we just got Votan. So that they don't do that. Like they just don't do that. So they
No.
gotta space it out, appropriately, and that kind of goes for everything. And I guess something to kind of caveat this whole schedule here too is that um whatever comes out for the launch box, they're always going to do the second wave, like individual separate releases later on, either in September or October. So that's also kind of Q3, just to keep in mind.
Yeah. But you have and but I guess I'll jump around. So Q1, so I guess I see how the list is not totally in order. Oh no, it is. So
Yeah, yeah, it's
so yeah,
chronologically
yeah, I see.
ish.
So then
Yeah.
Q4 2026, you're going with medium confidence on Necrons or Tyranids
Mm-hmm.
by Q4 2026, and then Astra Militarum also is medium confidence for a
Mm-hmm.
classic headline Xenos book. Takes the mid-cycle spot. Guardsmen land once Marines settle. So you have that as like kind of ending the year.
Which, this could be, obviously this is just a guess. I mean, Guard came out in January of 2024. Um, Actually, no, it was this year, 2025. So Guard came out roughly a year and a half last time. So they're kind of in the middle. Um, we also saw, what did we see that first December? We saw AdMech and Necrons that first December of 2023. So I mean, this is all kind of middle of the road.
That's right, Kara Quinn. If it's anything like 8th to 9th, this would not be an index reset.
Right.
This would be 10.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where exactly.
So the codexes technically are still going to
Yeah,
be playable, air quotes.
facts. That's the prediction. And we have
Mm-hmm.
no reason to not believe that. And so then moving to Q1 2027 already. Now we're at confidence high for Adeptus Sororitas. Reliable early mid Imperial slot. And you have a medium confidence on Adeptus Mechanicus for Q1 2027. Pairs well with the Sisters and Guard or
Mm-hmm.
beats Guard. Like so it's looking strong. So if you're waiting for one of these armies, our best prediction model based on what GW has done will mean you'll have to wait until Q1 2027 for your new Sisters Codex, but you'll probably still be able to play your Sisters Codex 99%.
Yep.
And as we move into Q2 2027, if you're one of these Thousand Suns players or Death Guard players, we got a high confidence level on Thousand Suns showing up Q2 2027 for Cult Return. And then Death Guard mid level, confidence the same window. So that makes sense. Like that spacing makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because Thousand Suns, Death Guard, and World Eaters all came out about the same time recently this summer, and I actually don't have World Eaters on here because it's hard to
It's
place.
almost interchangeable with any of the cults.
Kind of.
You don't really, you know what I mean?
Same with Emperor's Children, because Children came out
If we
kind of
landed,
late.
if we're successfully predicting inside their head,
Mm-hmm.
they're interchangeable in that Q2 slot for 2027. Q3, we're looking. So if you're a Grey Knight player, we have medium confidence that Grey Knights and League of Votan are going to hit Q3 2027. Because they've often been shown to put these specialist books out in that cycle.
Yeah, I mean, technically they both came out about the same time this year too.
Yep. So if they just kind of keep the same order, which would make sense because that would be the most spacing with some exceptions, like we've got pretty good data on that now. And then Q4 2027, because the
Mm-hmm.
2 Q1 2028, right? Because sometimes it gets pushed over the holidays.
Well, I mean, last year we didn't have a book from September to January. There was it because remember it went Blood Angels and then Guard in January, February, I forget.
Yeah. So we might see Imperial Knights get pushed all the way to Q1 2028. High confidence level. And that's a traditional closer that sometimes ends up being an opener. And
Yeah,
then
and I think they have
Chaos
some work
Knights,
to
right?
do.
Chaos Knights as well, right on the tail.
Yeah, they pair, but you know they have definitely had quite the adventure this edition. So I think they're going to try to figure that one out.
Yeah. No, I mean it's so if you're waiting for your, if you're worried, you probably don't need to be worried about getting your codex exploded because that didn't happen 8th to 9th. And 9th was like the ultimate culmination. Remember, like 9th was like it was so refined. And we were sad when we went to 10th, and I expect 11th to be like that same feeling hitting 9th. And it's gonna be really stable comparatively. And wild card gap fillers, you've got a list. Confidence low because wild card. Drakari, G-Stealer Cult, Imperial Agents, right? Slot anywhere for
Mm-hmm.
narrative or box tie-ins as we
Oh
move through
yeah.
2028. And then you'd assume 2028 would be, would we get another year for 12th edition, or is it going to finish out in 2028?
Well, that's the thing. Like, no, it's 2029. It's just there. If you got a couple of books here, remember I said Emperor's Children, World Eaters right off the bat aren't on here either. You've basically got a whole nother year of releases that kind of aren't on
So
this.
if they follow your roadmap, we're
Mm-hmm.
playing 11th edition until 2029.
Oh yeah, till the summer. Well, remember too, the last couple, last like 4 or 5 months of every edition is like they find some supplement to put out. Like last time it was boarding actions, um, with a bunch of bundles and stuff. So it'll be probably something similar, coming out this February, March, give or
How
take.
much do you think a new edition starter set shapes the tone of the game? Did Indominus and like Leviathan permanently raise the bar on what fans expect?
I mean, I think people always expect a deal and they expect some sort of razzle dazzle, right? And I don't think Indominus let them down. I don't, or even Leviathan. I mean, they were great boxes, very much. There was value in there for sure. I mean, there was good units, there was bad units, but I think at the end of the day, they're gonna have to change. They're gonna have to pivot. Well, maybe they don't because there's gonna be so many folks getting into the hobby at that time, like
If they
even in the
time it
summer.
well with
Hmm.
with a orc marine drop,
You're gonna get folks coming back into the hobby that were into the hobby before
yeah.
because they're like,
And
oh,
if they're
yo,
doing Dawn of Wars and they're bringing orcs in, they're exposing people to 40K's version of
yep.
orcs, and the deal slaps,
Hmm.
and the deal slaps.
Well, I mean, if there's boys in there, like push fit boys,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I mean, orc players are just gonna buy the crap out of it, and then I'm not sure what they can change on the marine side of things because I'm gonna blow your mind with this, and maybe some folks have already realized it, but you know, next year is 2026. Primaris came out in 2017. Like we're almost 10 years into Primaris
Yeah.
by next summer. Like I'm not sure what they can, like the Leviathan stuff was cool. Like there was a cool dreadnought in there, and there's some
No way
later.
on this fucking on planet Earth that it's not going to be Marines. Like
Oh, I,
it
I
has
seriously doubt it.
it has to be Marines. Even though there's other thematic choices that
Hmm.
veterans like us would also accept for the
Hmm.
season opener. But the problem is that people walk into the game store for the very first fucking time. Marines, bro. That's the sell. They
Yep.
fuck, you know what I mean? And so they're always gonna get the love, and they deserve it. It's
Oh
not like
yeah.
they don't. They
I mean,
fucking
it is 40K.
it is 40K. So it's going to be Marines and something, and
Hmm.
they're gonna have to come up with some reason to have Marines in the box. They will come up with an amazing fucking reason. They always do.
Yep.
And orcs. And imagine if we got just some sick ass fucking classic 40K orcs, but like just so sick now. Not some new version, but like the old classics, but like up to the fucking Primaris level. You know what I mean? New units looking sick. We got some old school fucking armor that looks great. Some great uh vehicle options. Like it's just like I remember the fucking was it the what was the old orc box you referenced earlier?
The Blackreach.
Blackreach. That was a sick box, dude.
I mean, people bought that for years
Years, son.
afterwards. Years.
It
Um,
was so fucking hype, dude.
I mean, just the war boss in there. I mean, the boys. Let's
Yeah.
see what came in it. Let me find
Yeah, and
it
unfortunately,
somewhere.
so many people have Marines. Uh that's why really the start collecting boxes never mattered to me, or the season openers. It's nothing in it I care about. For the last three. There was Death Guard that one time, but
That was a good box.
you know,
That was the kickoff of Primaris.
the Death
Mm.
Copters. That's right, John Patrick.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yep.
became worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking it's out of
What
control,
was it?
son.
So there's a captain, 5 Terminators, a Dreadnought, 10 Tactical Space Marines,
Dark
a
Angel
War
shoulder pads.
Boss, 20 Orc Boys, 5 Knobs, and 3 Death Copters. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot when you say it like that, but that box was also only 75
Yeah.
bucks.
There's a lot back in those days.
Right. Um, I mean, for what it was, that was a good value because I mean, Terminators at the time were like 40, 50 bucks just by themselves. You couldn't get the Death Copters nowhere
Mm-hmm.
unless you wanted the pewter ones, and they were for the time stupid expensive.
Unless I go to spikeybiz.com.
Yeah.
Let's get that up.
Well, Battle Wagon Bits.
Battle Wagon Bids.
Yep.
I had a whole I had a double speed freak army with a max unit of death copters with the buzzsaws, and they were one of the only units in the game like a scout.
Mm-hmm.
And they had not implemented the this edition. They had not implemented the if you scout on turn 1, you can't charge rule. That was
Oh,
like 7th
jeez.
edition. So I had to balance that with my super friends list, like not scouting if I was going first. You know what I mean? Because that would fuck you. And so, but that
Mm-hmm.
didn't exist when that box dropped. I would mess people up with that fucking Death Copter unit, bro.
Oh yeah.
4th edition. Get to their back lines, turn 1. All their 4th edition Eldar Wave Serpents be in the back with all their bullshit. And it's like, well, you didn't move, so you didn't get your Holofield nonsense because I went first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Got him.
auto hit you because you didn't move. All that shit, right? Like I would just tear them up with these strength 7 power claws. Just take turn 1 multi charge. It's like get out of here with your bullshit ass Eldar. Some great members of those death copters. Yeah, even the terrain was
Um,
okay. Yeah, I forgot about the terrain that came in that box. Quinn.
I don't think it came with terrain.
Didn't it
That
come
was
with
the
the
McCrag book. That was the McCrag box.
that was the McCrag
Like their
box?
crash
The Crash
lander
Lander
and the
that wasn't in that
little
box?
like yeah, that was McCrag.
Uh
Which I think I've said it on here before. Like the manager of North American GW, I overheard him bragging that they landed those in Memphis for $5 a box cost from China. By the way, they made those in China, the whole box.
oh, I could tell.
Yep, $5. Sold it for 50. Did a reprint. Sold those for 75. I'm sure the cost went up slightly because it was like 2 years later. 2007, I think they did a reprint, and then 2008 Blackreach came out for 75 as well. I guess that's how they knew they could sell it for 75 at that point. Um, but then Dark Vengeance came out what 2012, 2013.
Dark Vengeance, baby. Remember as soon as I moved to Florida, I went to the thrift store and got a Dark Vengeance box?
Just found it. It's like it was waiting for you.
There's like notes in it and shit.
Yep.
There's like there's like a Dentine Ice box, like screw lid container there with no Dentine Ice.
Yeah, it had stuff in it.
Just a model.
Yeah.
Dude had like some Pee Wee League fucking baseball medals in it. It's wild. Well,
Those were the days.
well, we cut through our predictions. We did an extended cut of the After Hours edition. Anyone listening to this on the road? So if this comes off as a relatively short road podcast, apologies. Check us out on Patreon if you want to catch the before.
That's true.
Rob, thank you for preparing such a professional roadmap for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. Well, we spent some time on it, and I mean it's for an article. It's part of an article that's probably going to go out this week. You know about what's coming in 11th. But I mean it's just a best guess. I mean just like anything out there. But you're welcome.
Well, take us out of here.
Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to head on over to thelongwar.net for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.
All right. Set up a couple of raids.
I need to get you to help me set up my restream so I can put this out on my socials too.
Oh, why aren't you streaming at the same time as what you've been saying?
Yeah, because I could be restreaming this, to all my platforms too, like we used to.
But with you in control of your own platforms.
Yeah. Turns out it's probably better.
Yeah. Agreed.
Who we hosting?
Steve Battle Ready Zone.
I don't see him. I see Tactical Turtis.
Oh, my friend Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy's on.
Easy Peasy. That's been a while. What are they doing? 40. They're playing SNES.
Let's see what he's doing.
playing Nintendo.
See, there's a 40K content instead. Oh, Art of Mike Disney's on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's doing some stuff.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, dude, he came in my chat the other day, lurking and jerking.
Spark Minis is on too.
I'm rating Mike Disney.
I don't even have it. I don't even have. Oh no, I do. Okay,
Art of Mike Disney.
Yeah, I got it. It's liked.
Okay, acquainted. Wyatt says he's probably gonna get out of the hospital at the end of this month.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's the update.
$75 for a starter. Can you imagine?
The old days, bro.
I'll take 10.
Yeah, we used to take 10. We used to be buying 10 all the time and box breaking them motherfuckers.
Those were the days.
Shit, we used to buy 10 when they were 150.
It's true. All right, we hosted.
All right, to play my raid.
Well.
All right.